Hey guys, welcome to my channel, and I want to say happy new year to everybody. But don't forget that we as Indigo, we have our own special new year. It's going to be around April and February, because we count 13 months, and the Gregorian calendar uses 12 months. So for Ndibo, our new year is going to be around February, but by general consensus, everybody is celebrating the new year. So I just want to say welcome, and asimka omakamelai omakamelo omakemelo nwanyị. Ahofua gabo ezigbo aho. Anything you want, anything egolo for egwande ichie, egwande egwachigi, egwa ezumezu mmụọ gị niile. Ọfọ na-agọtata bụ na ha ga-emere gị. So for those that are joining this channel recently, I talk about Igbo spirituality and cosmology. Odinaani. I thought I go to field walks, I research, I meet people, and I draw from their wisdom, and I write about the things the information I receive from them, my findings, my observations. I write them down on my blog www.igboshrine.com, and I vlog about my findings. So as you're here, don't forget to subscribe. I'll be discussing this concept, discussing Odinaani as a practitioner, and my findings, so that you don't have the opportunity to basically go to the field or communicate with actual practitioners. You make informed decisions on Odinaani, wherever you have to make decisions, and you find a way to sieve out the negative and stereotype informations that we have out there that has been designed to make Odinaani look demonic, that has been designed to make Odinaani look devilish. So this is what I do here. So let's get into the video of today. So I was going through TikTok and I saw a prophetess in quotes. I sometimes I just see her live when she's speaking in tongues, when she's giving the message of God and all those kinds of things online, and I just scrolled through. But unfortunately, that day I was scrolling, and the information or the message she was preaching, I'm going to basically play the video so that you're going to see and hear from her and see where she's coming from. So the information she was trying to give that day, or the preaching, or whatever she was trying to tell her followers or fans or her church members that day, was looked at, said that those who offer sacrifices to idols are like prostitutes. And I paused. I went to the comment section and I tried to maybe see people trying to insult her or tell her to mind her own beliefs and not be cynical about other people's belief or spiritual systems. But nobody of them were, accepting the message, and those that were hailing her. But if someone like me should mistakenly say something that, the Christian folks feel it's derogatory, I get a lot of backlash. So I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to continue continue the message. What I want to talk about, I'm going to cut after the video. So let's just watch the video.
This is a message to all these people that are doing Mommy Water, Ezewani, Ocean, Point Fanta, Point Coke. You guys think I have bad mouth? I learned it from God. Listen, this scripture here says that these people that are worshiping all these idols and other gods are like prostitutes. That in fact, prostitutes are better than them, because prostitutes receive money and gifts from their customers, but they are the one that give to their idol. And it's true. Prostitutes, they pay them, they give them money, their lovers give them money. But you are the one that will use your money and go and buy Fanta. Use the money and buy goats. Many of you don't even kill fowl on Sunday in your house. You need to go and kill for idol. Go and read it. See, it's in Ezekiel chapter 16, verse 33. It says, ordinary prostitutes receive gifts from their lovers, But you people that are idol worshippers, even give out your gift to your gods. Are you not foolish? 2023, be wise. Come and follow the only one true God, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
So the first thing I wanted to start this video by laughing, shouting out and started laughing, but I couldn't because as a practitioner and as the level or how I understand Odinaani, this is actually sad. Coming out from a young woman, using the Bible, using her religion to basically cover up her disgusting behavior. You cannot say you have bad mouth, like you cannot control what you say out your words and your mouth, and you now kind of ascribe it to a god version or a god figure that has given you the privilege to say these kinds of things. We all know that calling somebody a prostitute is actually a very derogatory word to use, but she's here callously using it and trying to portray a whole lot of people, even people that are much older than her, people that are more knowledgeable than her, but for some reason she feels the need to basically just call all of us a prostitute, and we have to clap for her because for some reason she's ordained according to the Christians. Well, people like her are just filled with BS and they're filled with ignorance. As a practitioner, there are basic questions that people need to understand. There is a way that you have to speak. You have to speak from an informed perspective. You have to know something before you become an authority. I tell people that as a practitioner now, as a traditionalist, I have the right, I have the authority to speak or to give my opinions on Christian beliefs, but a pastor or a Christian cannot be an authority on issues regarding ordinary, on issues regarding spirituality, because they are not looking at it from the same perspective that I'm looking at it from. Because in sociological and anthropological terms, we have, theorists that we classify as armchair critics. These are people that didn't necessarily go into the field, do their own research, and come and give an unbiased reports on what they observed. So people will look at as armchair critics, and we quote them in examination, we quote them when we want to define social systems, are people that they were just, some of them were just traders, some of them were the missionaries. They weren't able to actively or to be actively involved in the traditional or spiritual or cultural beliefs and practices of the people that they are writing or theorizing about. They just came for other things apart from quantitative and qualitative research. They just come to a field or meet a people because of whatever intentions they have, and they all basically give their opinions without being good researchers. So what these people here, what they are giving, the reports that they are submitting is not coming from a qualitative or quantitative aspect. They are just there theorizing. So most of these things, because if those people that came, the missionaries, the people that came before economic reasons, came to actually be involved, they would have first of all understood what sacrifice means to us. It doesn't mean that if we don't sacrifice or give these items to these so-called deities or idols, they will not do what they want to do for us. Or if we don't offer them some animal, they would not do what they want to do for us. In some of these situations, sacrifice is the only thing that sacrifices can do for us is just we can even offer as little as kola nut and use this for affirmations, and that kola nut will work for us. That our cultural and spiritual beliefs is as simple as that. You don't have to go and when you start giving something like a goat, a bune, a cow, all those kinds of higher animals are when you've come to appreciate what the so-called deity has done for you. Now, let's try to understand why sacrifice is important. And let's not forget that sacrifice as a concept, as part of our ritual processes, it also exists in Christian beliefs. So when we look at these kinds of people making these assertions, it's as if people don't, during the bazaar for the Catholics or during Thanksgivings, people don't pick up items and take them to the parish house and take them to their reverend's house. People don't tithe. All those things are other forms of sacrifice. Now, it's not necessarily that God gives to you, because the Bible will tell them that 1/3 of everything you own, 1/3 of anything you earn, you have to take it and give it to one man. So I'm not trying to explain the concept of sacrifice as in according to the Christian beliefs, but in Odinaani. You can actually check my other video on blood sacrifice in Igbo spirituality and understand why we offer some of this sacrifice. There are reasons why sacrifice is important to us. First of all, our spirituality, Odinaani, is nature-based. For you to get something, there has to be some sort of an exchange. And some sort of an exchange means you can actually offer up animal. You can offer up, something that to you is a sacrifice. It could even be as small as, offering up some deadly habits. It's another form of sacrifice that has been acceptable in our cosmology or in our spirituality. Now, we offer sacrifices because we want to ward off negative effects. Now, once you're being troubled by something like oracle or ocho, there is just like an energy kind of transference that you need to have to kind of involve yourself with. You have to offer up something to an energy. When that entity or spirit accepts that thing, it is going to basically move away from you. So you're trying to ward something off. Another reason being you want to acknowledge something. You want to acknowledge a primary or primordial spirit that is familiar to you. Now, in this category, talk about Ndiche, Ndimiri, and the rest of it. They fall under this category. Another reason for sacrifice is because you want to clear your path. Now, this is something that the young folk has actually twisted to mean, using ogu, ogwike, like okite, as a way of getting something. But to our ancestors will tell you that in our choajake socha ozogi, you want to clear your path. Our culture or spirituality is as simple as that. Now, the question of how does this sacrifice, how do we handle it? Is a matter of communion or communion. Yeah, communion. Now, let me now give an illustration. People go to the church. They go to the church and they want to offer up any form of sacrifice. They want to offer cow, goats, and it enters into the parish house or the reverend's house. You don't partake in that particular thing that you've offered. But in Odinaani, what happens here? You offer up something. You have to be there to partake in it. When you're offering something, when you're using a goat or an animal to do any sacrifice, you're not giving it to anybody. You're staying there to eat that meat. Now, I'm going to give some info. I'm going to upload some evidence that I have to support these very assertions. But first, I'm going to tell the story one after the other. Now, from this part here, in this particular slide now, we went to Ado in Eziago. Now, what's happening here is that the deity there, the name of the deity is Ado. What it's doing is its own form of a New Year celebration. I went with my friend T-Boy. We got to this place. We didn't even go with any livestock, any animal. But we went there and they offered us kola nuts. And each of us used this kola nut. And we went there and we affirmed what we want deities to do for us. And after that, we all sat down and they gave us drinks and they gave us food. Now, I said in one of my TikTok videos that this is a system. Our system here. What we look at these deities, like some of the female deities, we call them Alana Zonwa. It's not necessary that they're going to breastfeed their children. Me, you. If you're coming from a particular community, that deity there is responsible for you. It means that if you're hungry, you can come to these places and you'll be fed. So this one now happened in Ado. Now, the next slide you're going to see here is the slide where a club that I entered went to offer homage to the deity of my place, the Don Nevi. Now, after we brought I think we killed a female goat, and a chicken to use to clear the asigi iji okoka efiche mwa. After the offering of the blood, the people there went and prepared the meat. Now the chief priest there would pick some items like the heart and the stomach. I will now offer this part to the deity. Now the rest is now for us there to eat. Not just us, even people that we don't even know that just came around there. They just offered food to everybody there. Now this last one now, we happened at Ajani Navy, Okwani Navy. Now when we came there, somebody came to offer kill a cow. Now the chief priest in charge, with his family, they came. The boys there made this delicious rice stew with good meat gotten from the cow that somebody came to come and kill there. Now once he was done, we're done eating. Now they now started every animal. One woman came with the future daughter-in-law to introduce the woman to Ajani. Now they came with an neku. Now, immediately they killed the chicken, they took the part they needed, packaged it, gave it to her, brought out an extra part from the cow, gave to the woman, and also gave to the daughter-in-law. Mind you, they came with just one female chicken. So when we're done, they came and they packed those meat in a black nylon and gave to everybody there. But they didn't care about your status. They didn't care about who you are. Even a woman that sells things there. They packaged all this meat and offered to everybody. I was not around because I stepped out. When I asked them for my own, that they did not give me meat. And the man said, we are coming. They went and they packaged my own meat. And they brought it for me. After eating that food, I ate. So when this lady opens her mouth to say that you're offering all those things to deities, they're using your money, that's not what we are doing. There is this belief of communion that we have in Odinaani. What is yours is my own. What is the deity's own is our own. And some of these deities, SMO or Dibias that I've met, they don't eat meat for whatever reason. So what they do is they call people around, share this thing, give it out. So when people say that we are buying all these things for native doctors, it sounds stupid. Because what the concept of Aja, the spirit is going to only take the essence, the soul of that animal that you're presenting. And the material flesh belongs to us. Now, if the Dibia or the Ezemo decides to pack all those things and eat alone, the deity is going to question him because that thing does not belong to him. What do we talk about? We talk about ime salaka or ime awoma. The concept of giving, openly giving things to people. And it's something that they preach in Christianity. But if it is now done through a cultural view, it becomes something to demonize. It becomes something to be threatened about. It becomes something for you to make careless, whatever. Careless assertions on things that you are not grounded, on things you're not knowledgeable about, and people are clapping for you because I say ofaka lotamano uzoro, show me your friend and I'll tell you your friend is ignorant, you yourself will also be ignorant because you've refused to be curious. You're only cynical about things that you do not understand, and you don't want to ask questions for people that know more than you in situations like this. So we need to try to understand the cultural views, the intentions, the reasons, and how things are done, or how things were done by our ancestors. That way we can decipher what is right for us, and that way we can shun out negative and derogatory statements from these kinds of people that don't know anything about our cultural and spiritual processes. So I'm going to stop this video here. If you like my assertions, please subscribe to this channel, and until next time, Yagazia.